All-Star Tower Defense just dropped another update, and into this video I'm going to be obtaining almost all of the newest unit to see how powerful they are. Let's now get started with the video. Okay, we are now here, and I just woke up like 5 minutes ago, of course. Like anyways, let's go over here to Summit and see what there is. And there is, told you, ooh, wait, what? Unbound Pity, it's 800 rolls. I'm pretty close, ooh. I might go for it, not going to lie. Like anyways, Stark and Toji. I believe Toji is very broken because I just saw a picture and it is kind of unfair. Look at this right over here. 100,000 damage every 1.5 seconds. That is mental. So yeah, we need to get him guaranteed. So let's quickly get him. 100, I'll take that. Might as well. And I believe there's a faster way on skipping. Oh wait, this is the faster way. Say less. And we now have Toji. Say less. He's not a shiny. It is fine. Let me just quickly auto sell rares since we don't want you. But like, yeah, what do I need to do to evolve Toji? That is the main question now. Where is Toji? Right over here. He's a red. Okay, evolve, and he does not evolve. Oh, so he's already maxed out. Ain't no way. That is pretty good. So I just need to get him a good trait and he's set. Now I don't know how good to start, but like might as well still get him. I mean, he is a main thumbnail for the game. So yeah, let me just quickly do this, and let me just get the 4-star also. Might as well, because this is a new 4-star. Actually, them two are. So give me the 4 stars really quick. Come on. And we now have Stark. Okay, since he's a main thumbnail of this game, he should be pretty good. Where is he? I'm legally blind. Right over here. Evolve, and we need the weapon and lightning lance. Lightning lance is not going to be that hard, but the weapon, how do I get this? Darkwing mission 2. Oh, that is not even that bad. Now I want to explore a few things before I even start. And yo, what is that? Is that like summer event again? So there's no challenge one. Okay, now is this summer event? Let me just go over here. It is summer event. He is back. Okay, let me just talk to Ace and get the free stuff. 70% on getting it. That is boring. Alright, so do I already gamble right now? I don't know. We have Toji, which is the main unit, I think. Actually, it is this guy right over here. Where's Tony Stark? I'm legally blind right over here, Tony Stark. So he should be the main event, and here it has triple SS. Okay, say less. And let's quickly gamble, I guess, at this point. But first, we have to use the codes. We need the rerolls. We're broke, and we're done with all the codes. I don't think we got a lot there, but how much do we have? 100. Oh, that is pretty good. Now, who do I want to trade up first? I mean, probably Toji, maybe? I don't know how good is Stark. Actually, let me just quickly look up a video on Stark to see how good he is, and I shall be back in a second. Alright, I just got more information, and I believe Toji might be the best unit in this update. So where is Toji? Right over. Where is he? I'm blind. I have way too much units. Right over here. And can we get All-Star? I don't think we can, but game, give me something good to eat and I'll take it. I also believe he is a bleed unit, so if we get Bloodlust, I might keep it for now. Keyword might, and I'll just spin on him later. So game, give me something good. Come on. And 60 spins already. We got nothing. We're cooked, and we just got Bloodlust. I'll keep that for now. Keyword for now. And let's go over here to Stark. Where is he? Right over here. Now let's try to get something decent on him, and if we get All-Star, I might throw our hands. Not going to lie to you, but game, give me something good. So corruption. Do I take corruption? At this point, I'll keep it for now. And also, I might just get like 3 more straight up Tojis, just because I can fully skill tree him. So let me just do this, and let's quickly get him. And also, slowly, we are getting our Kokushibo pity. So I'll gladly take that, of course. 1 Toji down, 2 more to go. Another Toji, I lied. 1 more to go. And we got our final Toji. Okay. Wait, triple SSS already? Oh, I will gladly take you. I won't spin on you now. I mean, already good skill tree, so might as well just attempt to get All-Star. Man, we don't have a lot, like I said, but I'm fine of actually using it all. And yo, Genesis, I'll gladly take this. Now, do I want to spin again on another Toji and on hoping I can straight up get All-Star? Might as well. Another Genesis. What? Attempt number 3. Can we get All-Star? This luck is pretty good, but all I want is All-Star. Come on. And another Bloodlust. Not going to lie, we might need to just stop for now. But isn't Bloodlust straight up better than Genesis? Let me just quickly check. So Bloodlust give 10% more damage, 10% more range, plus 1 stack per kill, yada yada, and whatever. I don't really care. And Genesis will give 12.5% more damage, 8.5% less SPA, 8.5% more range, true damage. Ooh, fair enough. True damage. So keeping Genesis might be better for now. And we don't get a All-Star. We don't get All-Star. Okay, it's fine. So let's just quickly go over here to the Grand Elder, and let's get Toji good stats. So which one do I want to use again? Right over here. We already have good SP, so we just need damage and range. Do I keep that range for now? I might not. We want triple SS. We only want triple SS. So game, come on. And I might keep this damage for now. It is basically triple SS. Now we just need double S range and we're done. How hard could that be? Game, come on. Give me double S and I'll take it. And yo, triple SS, I'll take that. Say less. We now have a very overpowered Toji. Which one is it? Right over here. Let me just quickly feed him, max him out. Might as well. We have max EXP. What? I did not expect that. I've been macroing this game for way too long. Let me just do this. Okay, honestly, I might just keep this for now. I like how it looks. So let's just go over here to sorcerer. Which one is it again? Did I already level him up? I'm lost. So short term, I accidentally got straight to 5, but it's fine. Let me just go over here to a skill tree and let's max it out. We don't have a lot. I believe we can still max him out. Where's my perfect? Right over here. He is a red, so let's get a lot of red. And now I should have enough. So which one do I want to do mainly? I believe his SP is already too broken. I don't need to worry about that. His range, it looks fine. It's like 50. So his damage. Might as well. Confirm. Now let's quickly max out a skill tree. So we want to do the triple crit 1 mark route. So let's just quickly do that. Let me just do this. Let's do this one right over here. Confirm. And the next one, let's do probably crit. Might as well. And crit again. And then finally, it is marked right over here. And we are now done with Toji. No evolution needed. And he's perfect. So I want to guarantee use him. But what do I want to use him on? I really do not know. But right now, let me just quickly lock him. And let's see how good he is. Broly, you're my test dummy. Good luck with that. Alright, we are now here. Now let's get started with the showcase. So, oh my god, big range. Black Enemies off spawn, he does 600 damage with 25 range and a 1.5 SP. Let's see his ability. I believe I have it on. I lied, I don't have it on. Let's see this one more time. So just a rush attack. Okay, it looks pretty cool. And in his third upgrade, he gets a ability called Inverted Spear. He'll now do 4,000 damage with 37 range and a 1.5 SP. Let's quickly replace him. Place him right over here. He is now a small circle AoE. Let's see his ability. So he just teleport and backstab. Makes sense. And now in his 5th upgrade, he gets a build called Domain Breaker. He'll now do 7,700 damage with 40 range and a 5.3 and the same SP. Let's now do this. Bigger circle AoE. Let's see his ability. Just a lot of slashes. Let me just make sure it's a lot of slashes right over here. And yep, a lot of slashes. And then finally max out. He'll do 15,000. Honestly, let me just quickly reset one more time. So once he's maxed, he'll do 15,000 damage with 50 range and the same SP. He also gets a new move called Curse Onslaught, a new build called Heavenly Restriction, and then finally plus lose stats effect bleed. So he'll lose bleed. What? This is unfair. What is this? Confirm. And he's not a bleed unit anymore. So what does his ability even do? Sacrifice 5 units beside himself to do more damage. Oh. Let me just quickly do that. So sacrifice 5-star unit on the 3rd upgrade at least. Sacrifice 1. He'll now do a little bit more damage. Black enemies for now. Let me just quickly max him out. And with 75% buff, he'll do 27,000 damage with 50 range and a 5.3 SP. And this is also his effect right over here, by the way. He just throw rocks or something like that. I don't know. So these two are a wombo combo, not going to lie. Low SP and a lot of damage, say less. Black Enemies Toji is pretty good, not going to lie. Alright, we are now back. And I just got more information from Navy. Yes, the owner of the game. And this is what he said. Short term, I just asked him a question and this is what I got. So right over here, down here, I asked him, what is the best unit in this update? And he said, Stark. So we need to get Stark, not even a question. So how do I even get him again? Let me just quickly find out. So we need Lightning Last, which is not that bad, and also the weapon. So let's go over here to Ukiura and let's now evolve Stark. If the owner says he's good, that means he gotta be good. Trust. So this should not be that hard. I just gotta destroy the shield. So we need corrupted. And yeah, let me just quickly make my team and we shall be ready for the boss. And we now have the 3 lances. Now we just gotta do V2 of this and then we should get the weapons. And I'm hoping this is not that hard. I believe this is a green, so we need purple. So short-term heal will do a lot of damage. So let's just go right over here to infinite again. And now let's talk to Ukiura. Now number 2, it should not be that hard. It is a blue, so we need green. What green units do I have? I don't think I have a lot of green units. And we have nothing good. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that. So yeah, let's not get started with act number 2. We got this. Okay, I just quickly made my setup and let's get started. Do they have shield? Let's quickly find out. The moment of truth, they do not. Okay, this will be light work. And Tony Stark is already here. What? 400,000 A2. That is quite a bit, but we should be fine. And oh my god, everything is coming out. Like I was saying, we should be fine. Guarantee. A lot of HP. We are guaranteed fine. Let me just replace. And we just gotta wait. How hard is waiting? It is not that bad. Okay, this was actually kind of tough, but we are guaranteed fine. I could probably use another unit just to make this a lot easier. But like anyways, we are now done. Okay, I believe there's no shield, so I might just pull out my main team and this should be a lot easier. But like, yeah, we now have our first weapon. Okay, we are now done. Basically, one more hit. Okay, we are done now. I believe we only need 3 weapons, I think. Let's now go back and find out. Okay, we are not back. Now let's quickly find out. Let's go over here to Stark, which is, I don't know, in Nirvana at this point. Right over here, Ascend, and we need 2 more weapons. Okay, I lied. But like either way, this is pretty light, like I was saying. So yeah, let's now go back to Ukiura and let's do that 2 more times. All right, the boss is about to die again, of course. We just gotta wait now. And we are now done. All right, we now have enough to evolve Tony Stark. Where is he? Right over here. We can now evolve them. But first, let me just look at ban. Apparently, there's no units. And there is new units. Oh, yo, Fire Force and Yami. I need to get them real quick. And we got Yami already. Now let's get this man, Benimaru. And we now have Benimaru, okay? So what do I even need to evolve them to now? Yami, I need NPC quest, anti-magic, cancer, short-term, yes. And a Shadow Blade from Story 7. What is Story 7? Is there a new story? There might be a new story, I don't know. And Fire Officer, we need to Cursed Toes, Daggers from Sun and Moon, and that's it. And also Story 7. I don't know what Story 7 is, but like, let me just go over here. And let's not get triple SSS on Tony Stark. Where is he? Right over here. So we just need good stuff. Come on now. Give me good stuff. Double S, okay. Now finally SP. The hardest part. Can we get a good SP? And yo, this is perfect. Say less. We can now evolve Tony Stark. But first we need the kills, which will be cancer. So let me just level him up real quick. Where is he? I'm legally blind, bro. This is way too much work. Feed and confirm. And now let's go to Aaron and get some kills. All right, I believe I should have enough kills, right? And we have enough. Okay, say less. We now need to just get blues, which is not that bad. Let's get 5 blues. Confirm. And I misclick, of course. Okay, attempt to 5 blues. Now let's go over here and do this. And we can now get Tony Stark evolved. 2 seconds SP. Wait, what? It went down. Ooh, he better be good. He should be very good. Triple SSS corrupted. Let's now see how good he is. All right, we are now here. And let's now see how good is Tony Stark. So off spawn, he does 1,200 damage with 20 range and a 2-second SP, which is pretty good. Let me just quickly do this and start. So this is his first ability right over here. It doesn't look that bad. And in his third upgrade, he gets an ability called Right Gun. He'll now do 10,000 damage with 21 range and a 5-second SPA. And he got stunned, of course, so I'm just placing him right over here. And he is now a line AoE. And he just shoots a beam, basically. It looks decent, not going to lie. And then after that, in his 6th upgrade, he gets an ability called Gun Blast. Material. I don't know what that means. But like, he will do 15,000 damage with 38 range and a 4-second SPA. Let's now do this. He's now a bigger line AoE. He attacks the ability 2 times now. Basically looks pretty decent. Let me just quickly kill this guy real quick. But like, yeah, once he's max, he does 25,000 damage with 45 range and a 4-second SP. Let's now do a 75% buff, and he now does 44,000 damage, which is pretty good. He's also a 4 placement unit, so the damage goes crazy. The line is very interesting. If there's a map with a straight line, that's perfect for him. But like, he's not that bad. So yeah, let's now go back, and we now need to evolve 2 more units, I believe, which is Yami and Fire Force guy. Okay, we are now back. So who do I want to evolve first? That's the main question. Yami or Benimaru? Who is easier? Fire Force is pretty easy, yo. So Fire Force is pretty easy, but the main thing is the Shadow Sword. Is there a new story mode? I need to check this out. I don't think there's any new story. So there is story. I lied. What map is this? Shadow Tournament. I don't know what map this is, but like, either way, we now need to complete this, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm not done with story yet, but we now have 2 Shadow Blades. So let's go over here to Benimaru, evolve, and now we just need a dagger, and that's basically it. The ghost will be very easy, and also the limb will be very cancer, but like tower. I'm probably not gonna do that right now. That sounds like a drag, but can I buy the sword here? I can buy the sword, only one. That is fine. Like, anyways, let's go over here to outfits, and now let's do the Sanjunu quest. This should be very very easy. Let's now get started. This will be finished very fast. And okay, that was light work. 35 seconds, not that bad. But we now have 2 daggers. Let's now go back and let's get 500 kills. But first, of course, we have to go over here to Benimaru, right over here, and let's now max him out on the level. Feed, confirm. Now let's try to get something decent on him. I don't think I'll get anything good, but might as well attempt 4 attempts. I'll use guaranteed 2 attempts and that's it. If we get Allstar, that's perfect, but that's it. And Zenkai 3 and Midas. That's cancer. One more. Dexterity, I'll take that for now. Now let's go over here to Elder Guru and get triple SSS. Alright, triple SSS is now achieved. Now let's go over here and let's do it. We need 500 kills, so this should not take that long. Okay, we should now have enough. Let me just make sure. Yep, we have enough. Now we just need the 5 orange, which should not be that bad. Right over here, do this. And 5 orange completed right over there. And now we have triple SSS. Fire Officer completed. Let's now see how good he is. I don't think he's that good. Actually, he might be pretty good. His damage was pretty good off spawn. So let's just quickly see this. Okay, we are now here. Let me just do this. Now let's do this quick showcase. So Benimaru, off spawn, he does almost 600 damage with 16 range and 1.6 SP, which is pretty good. And then his third upgrade, he gets an ability called Flaming Crescent. Let's now see the first ability first. And this is the ability right over here. It is just a fireball jutsu basically. And the Flaming Crescent. This is the ability right over here. Flaming Crescent. Let him attack. And it's just like a slash basically. Blacken within his third upgrade. He will now do 6,000 damage with 22 range and a 4.15 SP. And then after that, in his fifth upgrade, he gets the ability called Scarlet Eclipse. Let's now do this. Big Awe Circle of Weed, pretty good. Let's now see the ability right over here. And he's stunned, of course. Never mind, he died to burn, of course. Okay, attempt number 2. So he just goes behind him and just like Hawkeye basically. Black anyways. He now does 17,000 damage with 40 range and a 6.66 SPA, which is pretty good. And then finally, once he's max, he does basically 25,000 damage with 40 range and a 6 SP, which is not that bad. And also with the 75% buff, he does 43,000 damage. He's also a 4 placement unit. So honestly, he is pretty broken. Genesis is the best for him. And the burn go crazy, I believe, right? Burn, yep. 40% of this unit's damage. That is not that bad. Like, yeah, we are now done with Fire Officer. Let's not go back. Okay, we are now back. Now we have 2 more units to complete. Number 1 is her right over here. I don't know who this person is. She looked like a person from Inuyashima, I think, maybe. And after that is Yami right over. Where is he? I'm legally blind. Right over here. Evolve. We need to evolve Yami. To do that, we need to do Asa quest number 1 and a sword. That is not that bad. So let me just go to Asa real quick, which I don't know where he is. If I was Asa, where would I be? This is a very interesting question. All right, over here, Asa. So let me just pull out this team right over here. And what's the buff on this? So he is nothing. Oh, interesting. This should not be that hard. I mean, I've completed this before, so it's truly not that hard. Let me just place like Zeke right over here, max them out, and we should be fine. And let's quickly finish this. The boss will just get destroyed. And we are now done. Okay, that was light. Let's now do number 2, which will be pretty easy still, I think. I mean, if it's basically like Ukiyo, this will be light work. So yeah, I believe we need 7 swords. So let's just quickly get that. And I'll be back when we have them. Alright, we're back. Now I believe I can evolve Yami, I think. Where is Yami again? There's no good way to actually find them, which is cancer. Let me just do this. Speed, evolve. Confirm. Now he should be all the way up right over here. Evolve. Now we just need a shadow sword, which is not that bad, and kills, which is also not that bad. So yeah, let's go over here to story mode and let's do one more story. All right, we now have the blade, I believe. Yep, we now have the blade. Now time to do Aaron. Yay. This is so fun doing Aaron. But first, of course, gambling time. Can we get anything decent? I will take a superior. We get precision. That is not that bad, I think. But it could be better. Let's go over here to Ace real quick and see how long. Can we get our free rurals yet? We cannot yet. Okay. Can we get at least 1 maybe? We can get 1. So 1 more attempt. What can we get for Yami? And we get a prodigy. That is mid. I don't like this game. Truly mid. But like anyways, enough yapping. Let's now do Aaron. I will be back in a bit. Alright, finally it took a bit, but we can now evolve Yami into his final form. But first we need a ghost. 5 orange is not that bad. Let's go over here. 5 orange. we now have Yami ascended. Say less. Okay, let's now see how good he is. I believe he's pretty good since his DOT is Black Flames and it basically does double his damage. So short term, if we somehow get Allstar on him, he'll do basically 6 extra damage. But like anyways, enough yapping. Let's now place him like right over here. And all spawn he does 208 damage. That is not a lot. With 11 range and 1.8 second SP, which is truly not that much. And in his third upgrade, he gets a build called Dimensional Barrier. 1.68 damage, 24 range, and a 1.8 SP. Let's first see the first ability. I believe it is a one hit, right? Let's see this. It just slashes, makes sense. And let's evolve him. He's now a circle OV. So it just basically just slashes with the explosions now. And then in his 5th upgrade, 6th upgrade, he gets a build called Dimensional Slash. He is now a line AoE. It looks pretty nice, not going to lie. He'll now do 10,000 damage with 42 range and a 5 second SP. And then that's basically it. So at max, he will now do 15,000 damage with 42 range and a 5 second SP. Let's now do the buff. 75% more damage. He will now do 26,000 damage. And then including a Black Flame buff, he'll basically do 50,000 damage. He is also a 3 placement unit, which is truly not that bad. I believe it is an 8 ticks, so it takes 8 seconds, which is interesting. But like anyways, we are now done with Yami. We now have one more unit to go, which is the 4-star, and I don't have enough 4-stars. We're cooked. So it's still a new unit in the banner. The 4-star, she is not in banner. We're cooked. And I believe it is her right over where is she? Right over here. We need 2 more of her. And how do I get this? Spirit NPC quest. That is not that bad. 4 swords. Oh my. And what is this? Challenge. Story 7. This is going to be cancer, bro. But like anyways, let's now actually complete the story mode. I think actually we don't even need to do story mode right now. We need the spirit thingamajig, which is from Mob. And he is in the cosmetic shop. Mob is right over here. He won't be that hard. And it is a red, so we need blue. So short term, Zeke will destroy. And we are now done. Okay, this was very easy, and the map is so long for no reason, and the map is very long for no reason. But like, yeah, we now have the Scarlet here. Let's now go back, and now we need to do challenge. I don't think the new map is in the challenge right now, so let's go over here to challenge. And is it in the challenge map? It is not here, so we're cooked. So yeah, I'm just gonna grind probably like these goats since we need a lot more until the unit is in banner, and also we can get the thing from the challenge. I believe that's what we need to do, right? Where is the unit? Right over here, evolve. So we need this Mirror of Hope. Story 7 challenge. Yep, we need to do challenge, and we also need to get a sword. So this is cancer. Let's now actually complete the story mode while we're waiting. All right, after so long, I believe the unit is now here. I just checked the banner, and yep, it is now here. Say less. We need like how much? 3 of her, I think. But like, I believe she's like the 2nd hybrid unit in the game. So I might want to try to get more of her. In total, 12, of course. So that's going to be cancer, of course. And yo, we just got 3 in 1. Say less. I don't know how much I have already, but we shall see soon enough. Let me just quickly get her. So we currently have 6. We just need 6 more. How hard could that be? And we now have all of them. Okay, say less. Let me just turn this back on. But like, yeah, I can now evolve her. But which one do I want to evolve her? Ooh, yo, SSS. I might as well just take that. That is pretty good. And yo, this might actually go double S already. Almost basically double S. But she has 2 different evolutions, so I can pick any of them if I really wanted. So let's go over here to Elder Guru and let's now pick one. And this is truly triple SSS. Let's now get the one right over here. A locker, feeder, max her out. And I believe we have 4 rerolls, which is not a lot, but I can now gamble. We want to try to get something decent, of course. I don't think All-Star is possible, but I'll take anything. Dexterity and Bloodlust. Ooh, I'll gladly take that. Say less. Now I can evolve her, right? I have everything except a ghost. We need 2 ghost green, which is not that bad right over here. 1, 2 green, and we can now evolve her into Kuruma Yokai and evolve. Now I believe I'm basically close on getting her next evolution, or his next evolution. Its next evolution, I can't really tell. I believe this is a female, and we have everything. We just need the green, and that's it. The kills will be very easy also. Let me just quickly equip her, and let's not get started. Errand time. How hard could this be? Alright, do I now have enough kills? Let me just quickly find out. And we have enough. Okay, say less. We just need the ghosts, and that's not that bad. So where is it again? Right over here. I think we need 5 ghosts. I don't remember, but let's get 5 green. I think I'm already lost. I don't remember. I'm cooked. So we need 5 green. Okay, let's go over here. 5 green right over here. And now we can evolve Inuyashima, and now we can evolve Kuruma into her final form, or his final form. I don't know. And I believe this is a very good unit, a very powerful unit, in fact. So let's go over here to Broly, and let's now do the quick showcase. And And yo, 15, say less. I'm not complaining. Let me just quickly turn this off. And let's now get started with the showcase. So Allstar, she does 1.1 thousand damage with 14.7 range and a 2.7 SP. And in her second upgrade, she gets a build called Yokai Swap. She will now do 3,700 damage with 17.14 range and a 2.7 SP. Let's now get started. Let's now see the first ability. She is currently a cone, a pretty good cone. And this is it right here. She just, so it just straight up spawns a leaf and drop it down. Okay. Let's now get the ability. And yo, swap between available forms every 4 seconds. Something about hybrid also. Let me just look at this. Swap form, hybrid on second move. Ooh. Wait, what? They became up. So his damage went up. His range also went up. And his SP is still the same. Let's do that again. Hey, yo, full AoE. Wait, what? Higher SP. A lot higher SP. More damage. Honestly, full AoE. Full damage. This is not even that bad. But I don't see her final upgrade. But like, I want to see the final form. Let me just do this. After this is hybrid, right? It does not say. I'm lost. Let's do that one more time. And it is back. Okay. Good information. So the second or third upgrade is probably the best. Not going to lie. Black, yeah, let me just quickly defeat Broly. And he's now dead. Black, yeah, in his and that's it. Wait, what? That's it. So he'll has one upgrade. So short term in his cone form, he'll now do 15,000 damage with 23.7 range and a 2.7 SP, which is not that bad. And the circle AoE form, he does 16,600 damage with 52.3 range and a 2.7 SP. That is also pretty good. And then finally, in her full AoE state, she does 48,000 damage with 39 range and 8-second SP. That is quite a bit. She's also a 3 placement unit, which is interesting. And then finally, with the 75% buff. Oh my god, what is happening? Bro, this looks sick. Truly, like he now does 84,000 damage. Mental. Let me just quickly scroll through. With the 75% buff, normal form does 28. And I can't anymore. Can I transform? I cannot. Let me just quickly kill him. But like, yeah, that is basically it for the showcase. So yeah, let's not go back. All right, we are now back. And we have one more unit, which is Curse Voice User. Bro, I don't know his name. We're cooked. I have way too much guys. Right over here, Curse Talker. So his evolution will cost right over here, Curse Talker. And his evolution will cost 1 toe and a Curse Orb. How do I get this? From the Curse 1 NPC. So is it this guy right over here? Sukuna, is that you? The strongest one? Nope. So where's the Curse one? Right over here is Mob. Does he have like a summon? I don't know what's happening. Where is the Cursed one? So, alright, so I believe it is Itadori right over here. The Cursed one. Let's do this. We need 7 of those orbs, so let's quickly get this. It is also blue, so we need green. So short term, we're fine since we have Allstars. Let's now quickly get 7 more orbs. Alright, we are now back. Let's go over here to the Cursed user. Right over here. Ascend. And we have everything. We just need the kills and ghosts. I believe I'm pretty close on getting the ghost, right? I think anyways. Let me just quickly find out. And we are nowhere near. Wait, actually 50-50? Nope, we are cooked. I need 2 more ghosts. Ain't no way. Wait. I think daily challenge reset, right? Let me just make sure. Yep, daily challenge resetted. We will get 2 from this. And we need like 5, I think. Oh no, we only need 2. Never mind. We are perfectly fine. Let's now first do the daily challenge. And then after that, we gotta get the kills and I'll be back in a bit. So short term, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, it took a little, but we now can evolve this guy into his final form. It took a bit, like I said. Let's now upgrade him, but first, of course, we need to do his stats. His stats are pretty mid, not going to lie. So we want triple SSS guarantee. It will not take that much, but like we're still losing quite a bit. So game, come on now. Where's my luck? S plus, does that go? Let me just quickly make sure. And it does go. Okay, say less. Let's now evolve the Cursed Talker into his final form. We are now done. Now we need to gamble. So let's go right over here to the robot. And I don't want to use a lot. So game, do not, keyword not, give me Allstar. I don't want it. Since we don't have a lot, I'll take like probably Zenkai 3. So game, give me something decent and I'll take it. Anything with the 3, I'll take it. Okay, Zenkai 3. And yeah, let's now do the showcase. The final showcase. I believe that is basically it for the video, except the tower part. I don't know if I want to do tower. And we are now here. Let's now start the showcase. So off spawn, he does 656 damage, which is not a lot. With 11 SP and a 1.8 SP. With 11 range and a 1.8 SP, which is not that bad. In his third upgrade, he gets a ability called Speech Swap. Let's now first start it. And let's see the first ability, which is this. He just yells. It sounds sounds like a Titan, not going to lie. But anyways, let me just do this. Beach swap, he'll now do 3000 damage. And it is basically like Inuyashima. Let's now do this. So first one is the stun, freeze, wait, what? He does freeze and bleed. Yo, that's pretty broken. Circle AoE is not that bad. Let's place him right up here. After circle AoE, it is... his damage will go down a lot. And I don't know what is happening. Is it like hell support now? Don't know. After that, it is a big size again. And I believe this is it. Fourth ability burns, which is small form. Okay. Good information. And that is all of his ability. Okay, good information. Let's go back. So at max, he'll do 9,300 damage, which is not a lot. 22 range and 1.8 SPA. That is basically like the other unit. And with the 75% buff, he'll now do 16,000 damage, which is quite a bit. After that, in the second form, he does 19,000 damage with 56 range and 2.7 SPA. And then again after that, he'll now do 3,000 damage, which is truly not a lot. I think he's like mainly passive now with 50 range also. And then finally his highest damage, 37,600 damage with 45 range and a 5-second SP. So short term, he is quite decent, not going to lie, but he's not good enough. He's also full replacement. So mainly he is support since he does bleed and also freeze. Next hit deal 3% more damage is interesting. So does it keep infinite stackable? Wait, and it is infinite stack. Oh my, that is pretty broken. But like anyways, that is it for this video. It took me a bit. I don't know if I want to do tower sound like cancer. And yeah, I am now done with the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see another video like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.